What it do, homies? We are here with some more Endless Taverns. This time we're checking out some more inspired Warhammer 40K. Okay, now I got 4 videos queued up. We're looking at the Adepta, sororitas, right? The power of holy faith. Until death, Deathwatch. I'm very interested in this one. Heresy never sleeps. Inquisition. Yeah, see, we got the heavy hitters here. And then the Indomitable guardsman spirit movie. Not movie, but next one. So let's keep it moving.
Look there, sisters, see the heretic. Their false gods falter, how pathetic. When we speak, our prayers turn prophetic. Their heresy burns, our wrath poetic.
Holy Sisters of Faith. Dude, it's so much fun looking at these with now that I got a little backstory thanks to Blicky's faction. And of course, I still have to do part 2, which should be out this upcoming Monday, as I do them on Sundays. But just having some context makes enjoying these songs so much better.
The traitor's lies will burn to ashes. With every hymn, his vengeance flashes. Their mutant blood will stain the ground. In his name we strike them down. Have faith in trials by fire. Have faith in his righteous ire. The hopeful bold, the doubtful burn. His mercy something you must earn. Have faith, for him we gladly die. Through these prayers we rise, his wrath burns in our eyes. Have faith, his holy name we praise. His glory lights our ways, set heretics ablaze.
You know, if I'm remembering correctly, right? They can't be messed with in the head because their faith is so pure, right? Which makes them dangerous because, you know, the demons from the warp zone, right? They can't manifest themselves through them. So that makes them quite reliable. You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't have a favorite faction yet. I'll be done waiting until I'm done with part 2. So it might be several though. I'm just letting you know that right now. I don't know how y'all choosing one. I feel like I'm gonna have like 4.
Shells find a traitor. Faith will cleanse the perpetrator.
And one more thing, they have 3 weapons, right, that they use. So that makes them even more deadly, right? They kind of, you know, jack of all trades, master of one, but, you know, the fewer amount of weapons that you have to master, the more lethal, the lethality. Yeah, okay, we're gonna keep going.
Each sister's a vindicator. Let all worlds hear Ave Imperator.
That's cool. You got the.
Sisters
That's cool.
of battle, feel this hymn. His will burns from deep within. This is no mere mortal's game. This is his divine campaign. Sisters, raise your voices high. He hears our cry. Have faith, let his glory shine. Have faith as we hold the line. Have faith, for him will gladly die. Through his prayers we rise. His praise in our eyes. His holy name we praise. His glory
Folks is going crazy.
set heretics ablaze.
You know, you know, because you know, as far as like AI goes, vocals, that might be one of the cleanest one that I heard. Like one of your cleanest generations right here. Very, very good. Okay. All right, here we go, y'all. Deathwatch. Until death. Follow, subscribe.
From all the chapters we have been reborn. Some seek honor, some hide shame.
I like that. From other chapters or be reborn, right? Because I think I'm not sure of the specifics that you have to go through to be condemned to the Deathwatch. right? Or you probably got people that just willingly go there, right? Just crave combat. But in the Warhammer 40K universe, right, it's everywhere. So you must really want to crave combat if you're going there willingly to the Deathwatch.
Black shields rise without a name.
Exterminate the Xenos.
Some souls will fade, but this is how the watch is paid. Until death, my watch remains. Until death, we bear these chains. No glory songs, no tales to tell. The longest vigil in this hell. The things we've learned can be unknown. Alien tech and eldritch bones. Each watch captain keeps the lore of horrors from a nation's roar.
What does he mean by that? Like he's talking about like experience keeps lore, like, you know, history's kind of passed down.
Some minds will wake, some souls will fade. But this is how the watch is paid. Until death, my watch remains. Until death, we bear these chains. No glory songs, no tales to tell. The longest vigil in this hell. By the Emperor's will and Inquisition's might, we guard the dawn between the stars and night. Secretaries learn, interlocks our pride. Watch commanders' words echo through time. Hypno indoctrination burns our minds.
No indoctrination, huh?
Secrets learned from beyond the lines.
Okay, so I believe the Deathwatch is a pinnace, right? You obviously have to pay with your life and everything, but you know, if you're sending them to the Deathwatch, they still have tasks to complete. So, you know, you don't want to send them out there with the bare minimum. You know what I mean? Like at least give them a chance to survive, right? Because the better they are, the less you got to worry about. You know, you can put your focus on, you know, things elsewhere, right? I think the Deathwatch is just specifically exterminating the aliens, right? That's what their job is, to kind of keep that threat, you know, pacified or whatnot. But they must get access to other knowledge that other factions don't have, if I'm understanding these lyrics, with secrets learned from beyond the lines. Or maybe, okay, no, like infiltration, right? Stuff, send that stuff back to headquarters. Maybe that's what that means.
Fighting horrors you will never know. Each mission could be our last below. Watch fortress halls will hear no fade. Our victories come without a name. This is the price that we must pay. Until death takes this debt away. Some minds will break, some souls will fade. But this is how the watch is paid. Until death, my watch remains. Until death, we bear these chains. No more songs, no tales to tell. The longest vigil in this hell.
I mean, if I got sentenced to prison for life, you know, 100%, this is probably the way that I'm going to want to go. At least, you know, I'm not sitting in a little small little, you know, chamber or whatnot, if you will, cell block. you know, just kind of wasting it away. I was like, I get outside time, you know what I'm saying? If I have any grievances, I get to air it out. You know what I mean? They got me fitted up with this type of stuff. Oh yeah, 100%. That's the way that I would like to go out. Okay, heresy. Oh yeah, the Inquisition. All right, heresy never sleeps. Let's go.
When sleep is a distant ghost, I hear the Emperor's voice the most.
Okay.
One slip, one blink, and the heretics thrive. The hunt continues to keep us alive. Heresy never sleeps while I still breathe. The wicked rise, their schemes deceive. But flame shall cleanse, my blade shall find the sinners lost to faithless mind.
Okay. Give me a second. Inquisition. Let me just. Yeah, I had to remind myself. Act secret police form and primary intelligence service of the Imperium, hunting down any and all of the. Oh yes, that's right. That's right. The Inquisition they have a lot of authority. Right? They have a lot of authority they can pretty much do because their job is to root out the heresy. Okay. I had to remind myself, guys, there's a lot of information I've been absorbing over these past 2 weeks.
The night is long, the war goes on. No peace for those who guard the dawn. Where darkness breeds the whispered lie, we brand the truth, heretics die.
Oh, he's spazzing. He's going crazy.
Heresy never sleeps while I still breathe. Each purge
I like this.
is but a righteous creed. I still taste the ashes of blasphemy. His holy light, the only remedy.
And you know what? They probably go as far as to pretend to be your friend, right? To root out, you know, I'm pretty sure there's like a bunch of other stories and everything. Also, I had another question about the Deathwatch. Has there anybody in the Deathwatch died and then brought back to life? Because that's got to be. I can't be the only one to think about that. And then went to like another faction or something like that. I know there's a story about that. But yeah, Inquisition, you know, secret police, right? Pretend to be your friend just to turn around and boom, you gone, you ash, you cinders, just like that, right? Y'all was good friends. Marriage probably wasn't a thing, but y'all had mead together. If that's what they drink in the Warhammer 40K universe. Yeah, and then boom, you gone, right? Heresy, get that out of here.
All these nights blurring into one, eyes bloodshot, vigils never done. In these restless nights I bear the cost. One blink could see humanity lost. In every breath we sense the rot. We brace for war with every thought. No penance spares the traitor stain. The Inquisitor's blade cuts all the same. Heresy never sleeps while I still breathe. No sin too small, no wound too deep. One thought astray, even a doubt untamed, and worlds could be lost in fire and shame. I still see their faces behind closed eyes. Their screams a lullaby that never dies. No dusk or dawn grants me release. I stand awake, heresy never sleeps.
You know, I think I do like the Inquisition. I like the Deathwatch as well. You know, I think as far as factions, you know, until I get to the last one, I think what I'm going to probably be looking for is kind of a, probably a combination of speed, magic, and tactics, right? Those are my three, right? Whichever faction, speed, magic, and you know, magic, the warp, you know, commanding the warp, and tactics. whichever faction follows. Oh, and bulky. I don't say bulky gear. Maybe big guns or something like that. You know, that will probably be my guideline. And whoever meets those quotas the most, those requirements most. The Indomitable guard. Oh yeah, guardsman spirit. Okay, these are the foot soldiers, right? Okay. Oh, and somebody in the comments told me, or was it Blicky that told me? I think it was Blicky that told me that at one point they lost like trillions, and that was just a drop in a bucket as far as how many there actually are, which is crazy. Trillions? Trillions?
In a universe dark and unforgiving, where monsters hunt and chaos keeps on living, there stands a man frail in appearance, but inside burns the fiercest perseverance. He's no super soldier, no immortal knight, just a man with a heart ready to fight. In weak flesh and bone confined, beats the strength of all mankind. Thin armor, cheek guns in hand, but it's their will that helps them stand. Weak in form, but in spirit they shine. For 10,000 years, they've held the line. The
Numbers.
Indomitable guardsman spirit.
I'm a spirit too, but sheer numbers.
Learn to fear it. From factory blocks, from farms and stores, they come to fight in endless war.
Okay, so obviously this is something that you can volunteer into, right? Especially if, you know, the whole entire universe is just plunged into, you know, fighting chaos all the time. You know, might as well get paid. We want to do for it. And obviously they can script people from various walks of life. And well, hold on, not walks of life, right? Emperor, you know, get the heresy out of here. So, you know, for the emperor and everything. But I wonder if people get sent there as a form of punishment as well. Like to kind of like work your way in. And can you get out when you want to?
A father, a brother, a mere man's existence against the galaxy's relentless resistance. Thin armor, cheap guns in hand, but it's their will that helps them stand. Weak in form, but in spirit they shine. For 10,000 years, they've held the line. The Indomitable guardsman spirit. All will learn to fear it. For 10,000 years they faced the dark. In defiance they leave their mark. Against black crusades they stood tall. With hearts of men they won't fall. Each guardsman
One more thing. Before the emperor, right, had a permanent seat, you know, consuming the 1,000 souls per day and everything, how much of this infrastructure was in place, right? Because I know he had his Primarchs and they had their own factions and everything before Judas then came in and said, you know what, bro? No, saying immediately got it. You know, he didn't get it packed and everything. Technically got packed, but not without, you know, injuring the emperor and everything. Look at me. Remember, I didn't know nothing about this like a week ago. Look at me. You know, it's basic knowledge, but come on now. Hey, anyways, how much of this infrastructure was in place? I need to know that because they obviously started shoring up, you know, their defenses when the emperor had his, you know, permanent seat in his throne.
story, a silent cry against the odds, even if they die. From every corner of the Imperium's reach, they embody his hope in every breach. Thin armor, cheek guns in hand, but it's their will that helps them stand. Weak in form, but in spirit they shine. For 10,000 years, they've held the line. The Indomitable guardsman spirit. All will learn to fear it. When hope seems lost and courage fades, remember those who've bravely stayed. In every
I like the melody.
The Indomitable guardsman spirit.
Oh, okay. And it just ended. All right. Well, we got through those. Shout out to Endless Taverns. Of course, Endless Taverns, months ago, maybe even a year ago, went on this whole entire binge. And they even said that they only understood like 10% of the lore. Well, you understand a lot of it to be able to kind of pump out these songs and everything. And obviously, you know, with the views and everything, a lot of people are satisfied with the music that you make. You can count me as one of them. You know what I mean? Anyways, let me know what y'all thought about these songs down in the comments. Dave's out.